The member for Denison.
Speaker, my question is to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, public service efficiency dividend is just budget speak for job cuts. They're regrettable at any time, and even more so in places like Hobart, where local economies are smaller and the effect of job loss is greater. Considering this, do you rule out further public service job cuts in Hobart, or have you abandoned the government's 2014 plan to shift public service jobs from Canberra to places like Hobart?
The member for Herbert will cease interjecting. The Prime Minister has the call.
I thank the honourable member for his question, the honourable member would be well aware that the government recognises the importance of reliable, dedicated and responsive public service, but it faces the same challenges as the rest of the economy and must become more efficient and innovative in how it operates. That's why we're making $500 million available to transform and improve the efficiency of service delivery by the Australian Public Service. We recognise that investments needed to drive modernisation and deliver savings. Now, Mr Speaker, we are all committed to ensure that the stronger economic growth from Tasmania that it's been enjoying in recent times will continue and be stronger still. As the honourable member knows, Tasmania's future, its economic future, is not going to be led by public service engagement. It's going to be led by the economy, economic activity arising from the big opportunities that our national economic plan offers. And in particular, I draw the honourable member's attention to the real upswing in tourism, significant increase in tourism, significant increase in exports arising from the China-Australia Free Trade Agreement. That has been a—
The member for Denison on a point of order. He'll state the point of order.
Speaker, on relevance, the question goes to the planning that was being done by the government in mid-2014 about moving jobs out of Canberra
the member for
to
Denison
regional
will
centres
resume
like
his
Hobart.
seat. As he will have heard many times in question time, the question had a long preamble and had a lot of material in it. That was certainly one part of it at the end. The Prime Minister's in order.
Well, I thank the honourable member for his question, and I gather that he sees great prospects for the Tasmania economy arising from the engagement of more public servants, and I simply wanted to remind him that the real opportunities for Tasmania come from our economic plan, which is delivering right now stronger growth and more jobs in Tasmania, and it is not among the ranks of the public service. But given the honourable member's strong interest in the Tasmanian public service and the federal government's activities in Tasmania, can I draw his attention to a number of items? Mr Speaker, the honourable member will be aware, I trust, that the CSIRO is establishing a climate science centre in Tasmania with 40 full-time CSIRO scientists. He'll understand the strong commitment to Antarctic research, which of course is based in Hobart. And the honourable member, I'm sure, has visited the centre of those operations in Hobart in the past, as I have recently, and he should recognise that we have ordered a new icebreaker which will be uniquely tailored to meet Australia's needs, and more than $1.1 billion.
No, the member for Denison will resume his seat. You can only raise a point of order once on relevance. Has the Prime Minister concluded his answer?
I'd simply note, Mr Speaker— oh, sorry.
No, the member for Denison will resume his seat. The Prime Minister has the call.
Yeah. Yes, Mr Speaker, the government will expand infrastructure in Hobart to accommodate the icebreaker, which will of course be based there.